Hi, everybody. I am back again with the Once Upon a Time Book Club March 2025 box. This is the hint was Dark Secrets. Sorry if you can hear my AC going right now. I told it to turn off, but yet it's still blowing for some reason. So if you can hear that, I do apologize. So let's get to this book. So as per usual, you get the very lovely book. You also get the nameplate, the sticker, a little card from the author to let you know what how they think and all that stuff. You get the nice little info book with the poppy seed cake recipe down. Do not worry about trying to stop this and screenshot it. I will scan it for you guys and put it down below for you so you can just download the PDF and try the poppy seed cake for yourself. I haven't had a chance to try it out, but I will let you know how that goes. Now, this book came with well, it says 4 gifts, but we're gonna get into that because I feel like you got a little bit more than what you were bargaining for. So we'll go into that. So I'm going to talk about the book first this time because this book was really good. So it is The Undoing of Violet Claiborne by Emily Critchley, Critchley. So it follows a young woman by the name of Jillian, who's in school, pretty much a boarding school. What happened was that her mom passed away giving birth to her. Her father got remarried, had a new baby, and just pretty much threw her in the boarding school and forgot about her. So she comes from a place of feeling unwanted and unloved. And she even says in the book that she never met her new baby brother. The fact that you're like 15, 16 with a new baby brother and you never met him is really, really messed up. But that kind of gives you an idea of her mindset. So she's in this boarding school and she doesn't really have too many friends because everybody knows that she's an outsider. She's not wealthy, she doesn't have a family name, so she kind of gets pushed to the side. Then a new girl comes along, Violet Claiborne. Violet Claiborne instantly says, "Hey, since we're stuck together as roommates, let's just stick together. Let's just be friends." She comes from money, she has two older sisters, but Jillian starts to notice that Violet has little these little things about her, these little almost like ticks, where she's constantly apologizing. She obsesses about little things that she does. She at night she goes through everything she's done wrong and tries to figure out a way to undo them by saying these little rituals. And she's up all night. And as time goes by, Jillian kind of say, okay, it's a little weird, it's a little strange, but you know what? I like her. She's a fun person. She's a good person deep down. And she notices as she spends more time with Violet that her undoing her rituals start to get smaller and smaller. And Violet tells her, like, hey, you make me feel better. So I like hanging out with you. Well, during the Christmas break, Violet sees that Jillian has no place to really go. She usually spends the break with her aunt, but she doesn't want to do that. So Violet says, hey, why don't you spend it with my family? And she's like, wait, I'm about to go to a wealthy mansion and, hang out with wealthy people and see what the wealthy do? Yeah, absolutely. Let's do this. It's not like I got anybody else who's going to miss me for the holidays. So Jillian goes to Violet's home and meets her two older sisters, uh, Emmeline and Laura. And she instantly notices these girls are dressed well, they're very poised and take charge, and she just wants to get to know them better, and she wants to be considered one of their sisters, because if she's one of their sisters, then maybe she'll have a good, wonderful life. So as they spend time, they talk about going on a fox hunt for a Boxing Day. uh, Jillian doesn't really care too much for it, but the two sisters are really loving it. One day, while Jillian and Violet are in the woods. Violet steps on a bear trap and ends up injuring her leg. So she's pretty much confined to the house for a while her leg heals and gets better. During this time, Violet's sisters are pretty much saying, well, "Why are you hanging out with her in the bedroom? Why don't you go chill with us?" And Jillian feels like, hey, if I spend more time with them, they'll like me more. I can be around them and I can be near wealthy people and maybe that'll bring my status up. And, and by the way, I forgot to mention this book happens around 1930 ish. So that's why she's, trying to climb the social ladder by making friends and making those connections, which actually still happens today. So she's the problem is that Violet is like, hey, you came here to be my friend. You didn't come here to hang out with my sisters. Why don't you stick with me? And then she's like, hey, Violet, if I hang out with your sisters, they'll want me around more. Please don't think I'm not trying to be your friend anymore. And she ends up hanging out with her sisters. She kind of sees that her sisters kind of have these little issues within themselves. Like Laura likes to steal. She's wealthy, but when she goes into a place, she'll leave with the house plant. It's weird. She just loves to steal. And then Emmeline is pretty much a control freak who loves to mess with people mentally. So it's Boxing Day, and the two sisters really want to go on this hunt, but their mother, Lady Claiborne, says no. It's not ladylike for you guys to do this hunt. We know you want to do it, but it's just not ladylike for you to do it. And we want Emmeline to get a husband. She can't do that if she's not being ladylike. So sisters, at first they say, yeah, sure, whatever. And then when their mom goes away, the two older sisters are like, hey, let's just go out and go on the other side of the place and hunt and no one will see us. Jillian, why don't you come with us? Violet's like, no, Jillian, hang out with me. Don't go out with them. Hang out with me. And she's like, no, come on. You're going to be stuck in the house all day. I'll go out. I'll come back. Don't worry about it. Well, let's just say 3 people go into the woods and someone dies. And from that point on, starts to cover up. And every decision that Jillian makes from that point on will affect her for the next 60 years. Yeah, the book is done in 4 parts. The first part covers Jillian and Violet meeting in school. That part kind of starts slow, but it introduces you to their friendship and their dynamic. The second part is Jillian meeting the sisters and her family and the murder. Then the third part is a couple years later, after the fact, and the subsequent downfall of everything that's going on and how it affects everybody and how it continues to affect everybody. And that's the part that kind of blows your mind. And then you have about 60 years later when, let's just say, this book keeps you engaged to the very end because the craziness does not stop. Throughout this book, when I was reading, I was kind of mad at Jillian because she wasn't strong enough to see it, but I had to take it in perspective of her time that she was in. It was a proximity to power. And you see that now. People think that if I align myself with this, then in turn, I will be in favor. I will be in that person's favor and I will be elevated. And that usually does not work. Unfortunately, it just doesn't always work. Most of the time, it doesn't work. And you think as that Jillian gets older, she will get better, and she doesn't. It just keeps going on in life. She is still stuck in that mindset, and it continues on. And the thing about the Claiborne sisters is that they understand people around them having this dynamic where I want to gain what you have by being around you. So they manipulate those people into doing what they want with the hopes of getting what they have. And she's just pretty much a moth to a flame from this point on. Now, other characters make me want to scream. If you read the book, you know the one character, well, two really, that will make you lose it. The author tries to give them more of a backstory and a reasoning, but still, I understand hurt people, but this person obliterates everyone around them. This isn't hurt. This is obliteration. That's all that is. She wants to destroy everyone around her. So this book, it starts slow when the girls are in school, but I'm telling you right now, hang on. It gets crazy. It gets wild, and it grips you to the very last sentence, and you're just like, what? Okay. So I legit give this book an A. I absolutely loved it. I'm going to definitely give it to my bestie and have her read it. I'm probably going to give her a warning first. It's a little rough at some points, especially when they're describing the murder. It's a little rough, but and also when it talks about a mental institution, it's a little rough. So give you warning about those. Now that I've gotten to tell you about this crazy book, which was good, so good. Uh, I will tell you about the gifts. Now, please understand that every gift that I got, I will give you an Amazon affiliate link down below. FTC tells FTC regulations forces me to tell you guys that, hey, I do get paid if you click on the link and then buy something afterwards. If you just click the link and you don't buy anything for like 24 hours, I don't get anything. But if you click the link and you buy anything, I do get a very small percentage of that money, anything from 1 to 10%. So now that the legal stuff is out the way, let's give to the gifts, okay? What you guys really came for. The very first gift comes on page 9, and it comes in this really cute bag with little foxes on it, which makes sense because there's a fox hunt. Now, the fox hunt is way after, but you get this little cute bag with the number 9 on it. Now, for me, they called this one gift, but I feel like it was sort of two. So I'll show you why. You get this cute tea towel, red stripes. This one is 26 inches by 27.5 inches. It's linen. It's machine wash cold, tumble dry low. Now, this came up in the book when Jillian and Violet first meet each other. Violet has a cake wrapped in a tea towel. They're not supposed to be having cake, but she sneaks it into the school and they share the piece of cake. So the reason why I say there's two gifts, because not only do you get the towel, but you get the cake knife set. I will open it up for you guys so you can get a better set, a better view of the cake knife set. So this is a serving knife. This is a cake knife and a serving spatula. So that's how they look. You can see the handles with the gold marbling and then the gold set. Now, I stopped in my tracks when I saw this set simply because it matches my tablescape. I'll give you guys a view of my tablescape because I brought it over here. So that's my tablescape. See if I can hold on the bow with my new cake knives. Seriously, tell me. And then this is the silverware and glassware that's on my tablescape. Tell me that is not absolutely perfect for me. And just so you know, this was wrapped around this. So it felt like it was a gift within a gift. So I honestly feel like this is almost two gifts in one. So a really cute tea towel, and then this awesome cake set that I'm going to put on my tablescape, and I'm going to have to find a cake plate now that matches this. Now, the one that I found a towel that looks like this. However, it's 6 of them. Unfortunately, I could not find a single one set. And then it's a little bit longer, but also a little bit thinner. It's not as wide, but it's longer. So I tried to get as close as I could to these measurements. And unfortunately, it came in a pack of 6. And then I found these cake knives similar to it. However, you can get them personalized. I think they're more for a wedding, but you can get them personalized. It's the same handle, same gold plating, just that you can get your name put on them if you want to, and you can't skip that whole part. So amazing. I know. Seriously, you guys, you got to get out of my brain. It's rude. Get out of my brain. But I absolutely, I'm putting it on the floor next to me. I absolutely loved that whole set. And I was like, oh, I actually took a picture and I sent it to my mom so she could see that it was absolutely gorgeous. It was stunning. I loved it. So the next thing was a song on Spotify. Laura changed the record on the gramophone. And so that was your QR code. And this was page 63. That took you to the song that she put on the gramophone and played the song. So I thought that was really sweet. It's nice to kind of put you in that mindset of being in that room with the sisters, playing the music and hearing it while you're reading. So I love that part. The next gift was on page 47. And it came in this paper bag. And it is a image of the belladonna, which is a poisonous plant. I found an image close to this on Etsy. I don't get anything from Etsy. However, I wanted you guys to get something similar to this. And this is a picture that it says that Violet True. So that's that picture. I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do with this. I'm probably gonna put it in a frame or put it up on the wall someplace. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do with it yet. But it was actually a really nice picture. And I would have had no idea what a belladonna was. All right. So the next gift comes on page 221. Came in a nice big box. A box that made sounds. And this is a twisted taper candle with a candle holder. Of course, they give you care instructions. It says to never leave a burning candle unattended. Burn on a stable heat-resistant surface away from flammable objects. Avoid drafts, vents, or air currents to prevent uneven burning or excessive dripping, and keep out of reach of children or pets. So this is the candle holder, which I've never had one with like a thumb hole before. And this is the candlestick. Now, I was able to find really, really good dupes on Amazon for both of these. I was able to find a set of 2 candlesticks and a set of 2 candles. Same color, same twisty, same loop, same look at everything. So, very cute. I absolutely love this. I honestly, I want to put it in the basement. I have a dining room table in my basement. I just have to make sure that there are no matches or lighters near there so people don't light it. Because I'm one of people that, like, if a candle's pretty, I don't want to light it. I'm just weird. I have candles for, like, days that I don't light. And, yes, I'm just that weird. But this is actually a pretty setup. So, this is going to definitely go into the basement. Now, the next thing was on page 352, which came in another very big box. And this is the book flower vase. Display your favorite flowers, store bookmarks, or any or more in this book-shaped vase. So, I gotta get it out of here. This is the vase. It says a case of the vanishing violets. A library is a garden where the flowers are the words. So it looks like a little book. It has a nice little hole in top. You can see how deep that is. It goes all the way to the bottom. Like they say, you can put flowers in here, pins, anything you want. Your bookmarks, everything go in here. Honestly, I have a ton of bookmarks from the club. So bookmarks gonna definitely go in here. Definitely some pens are gonna go in here. I doubt I'm gonna have flowers. I just really don't keep flowers like that. All my flowers are fake because I have a brown thumb. So those were all the gifts for this book. It said 4. I felt like it was 5. So you got this, the candle holder. Why'd I put this on the floor? Y'all know I shouldn't have put that on the floor. I blame y'all for that. I blame y'all for that. The tea towel, the cake knife, and your picture. So that's everything you got in this whole set. Sorry, try to get everything in there. That's everything you got in this set. And once again, great book. Love it. Giving it to a friend so that she can read it. Absolutely fell in love with the characters. Had me riveted. I can't say enough about the book. It was amazing. So, if you got the book, tell me what you think. What shocked you the most? And also, if you're part of the club, please let me know what your favorite gift was. Were you like all in awe of the cake night set like I was? Because as soon as this goes off and I take the picture for Instagram, it's going straight to the tablescape and going to elevate my tablescape. So, with that being said, in life, there's black and white. But with this girl right here, you will always get at least one shade of gray. Bye, guys.